day. Thank you for joining us once again today at the Intentional Parenting Talk Show. If you've been following the series, you know we've been talking about 12 days countdown to Christmas. And today, day 7. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love said to me. 7 mentoring sessions. We'll be discussing about 7 mentoring sessions you need to have with your children this season. And when I say you need to have, I'm talking about daddies and mommies and the children, depending on their availability. It could be daddies to the children or mommies to the children. So we need to be intentional about setting time apart to discuss these 7 areas with our children. Number 1 is their spiritual life. Are we intentional about how our children grow spiritually? Maybe about them learning 52 memory verses in a year. We should talk about it with them and say, this is what I would like you to achieve in the next year 2024. Let's do it together, or let's divide it to 26, making 2 per week, or let's divide it to 13, as long as the child is growing spiritually. Remember, one of the favorite memory verses I shared here, I said, and Jesus increased in stature and he found favor with God and men. Our children need to increase in some areas of their lives, and spiritual aspects should not be a minus. Number 2 is their physical life. Do they need to exercise more? Do they need to be intentional about what they are eating? Do they need to any aspects that affect their physical life, their health? What do they need to do differently? Do they need to drink water more? Sometimes I had to force my children to drink water, especially during this holiday. I know in school, when a child wants to go and drink water, they all go together. But at home, they can be without water for hours. So, like everyone, I have to tell them, now it's time to go and drink water. Now it's time to go and drink water. So we need to be intentional about their physical health. Number 3, it's their mental. Nowadays, you hear a lot of mental health, my emotion. You need to discuss with your children. One of the verses of the Bible that says, parents, don't provoke your children into anger. You need to find out the way you provoke them into anger in the previous year, and you need to intentionally tell them about children honoring your parents, because it's part of emotions, so that your days may be long on earth. So you need to discuss your children's mental and emotional health. How are they choosing their friends is part of emotional health, because if they choose their friend wrongly, it's going to lead them astray. Then you need to discuss about their academics. It's not about them being the first in class. Do they really understand what they are learning? You need to discuss their learning more. Ask them, how do you want us to improve? Do we need to get a lesson teacher? Do I need to help you with homework? Just discuss this academics with your children. And number 5 is finance. And for little children, I'm going to talk about piggy bank. Do we just collect all this Christmas money, mommies and daddies, and we say we are keeping it for you? Let them be aware of how they can keep and invest their money. Even if we are keeping it for them, let them know that they have a bank account. If we do transfer, if we do direct payments, let's show them the receipts, especially when they are like 5, 4 and above. Let them know that there is something called saving. Drop your money in piggy bank. Do this, do that. It's going to improve your finance. Number 6 is about their material possessions. Ask them, what do you want us to get for you? Do you want to learn something? Do you want us to buy you musical instruments? Do you want us to buy, not just about clothing, not just about shoes? Okay, what the ones you have, what would you like to do to it? Ask them questions about what they have. And finally, it's about self-development, and that is number 7. How many books do you want to read this year, 2024? How many certifications for older children would you like to have this year, 2024? Okay, what can we do together? Ask your children about this. And it's a good mentoring session for them to know that it's not just about school, it's not just about church, it's a way to balance their lives. And as you are, we call it mentoring session. as you are doing it with your children, also do it for yourself. And as we are changing our family, indirectly we are changing the world. And I pray that the Lord will help us to be intentional about this assignment in Jesus' name. Have a fantastic time. See you tomorrow by God's grace. Bye for now.